Joining me on the line is Orin Lewis, co-founder of the African Caribbean Leukemia Trust. A very good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Talk to me about the impact that this cyber attack has had on the trust.
Yeah, it's had an impact on not only us but many stakeholders and mainly patients who need well-matched blood donations, especially those from the sickle cell community who need regular blood transfusions. If that pipeline is stopped or fractured in any shape or form because of, in this case, a cyber attack, it slows down the availability of those individuals getting their blood donations on time, and it can create a real problem in terms of their general health on a day-to-day, week-by-week basis. So the more you delay someone getting their blood donation on time, there is a cause and effect which can be catastrophic. And I know that from personal experience with my own son many years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that, but you make such a valid point that actually the pipeline just can't be disturbed in any way, because if there is a gap, while the gap might be, let's say, for example, a couple of days, the knock-on effect of that is so much longer, and the repercussions are felt throughout for months and months afterwards. Orin, I was talking to my guest earlier this morning about the need for more Black members to come forward and to donate, and people from Black communities. Why is there a reticence? And I suppose, why are they not being reached, and what can be done to reach them?
It's a combination of things. There is a lack of awareness of the need for more Black people to donate blood, how their ethnicity is important to the best outcomes for sickle cell patients who are generally Black getting well-matched blood. There is apathy. We straight up, there's a lot of apathy in the community about donating something of yourself to someone else, mistrust of the system, historical events in the past which have created the mistrust of donating blood or stem cells or organs to another person through the system. So and distortion of religious beliefs as well. So there's a combination of things, but this cyber attack has actually created a great opportunity for people to look at themselves in the mirror and say, am I doing enough? I'm hearing the call for more Black people to give blood, especially if you have the RO subtype, which most people have. So if that's the case, why am I not donating blood? Why am I not being part of the solution rather than the problem? And this is why we want more Black people. We want everyone, but especially Black people, to really rally around and step forward, because the need is urgent. And we say to people, Black Lives Matter. Well, this is your chance to really prove it, by real action, not just by tokenistic words.
Right. And, that's a pertinent point, Orin. But also, just to your point about medical mistrust within Black communities, that has been going on for quite some time. But it's not without grounds. Of course, yes, there's an argument to say the Black community need to step up to donate blood in these times and whenever they can. But there has been historic and systematic racism against Black people in the system. The system has failed them. For example, Black women are 4 times more likely to die in childbirth than white women. There is data and statistics and an understanding of why that mistrust is there. And I don't think anyone would argue against that. I suppose, Orin, is my question is, then how do we start to build that trust back with Black communities?
It's a combination of both sides have to find a middle ground. Those who are not Black, who are part of the medical institution, they need to show they really want us to be there, to be of use to the community at large, in this case, blood donation, and the community themselves have to realize that their ethnicity, their DNA is so vital to the best outcomes for their own people. It's great and it's correct that we should not forget, we should not forgive, but there comes a time when you put a stake in the ground and say it's now down to us to make the difference. If we don't do what I do, I give blood. I've given blood 57 times. I look forward to giving blood because I know I get a text message that tells me where it's gone. And I can almost imagine the type of people who are going to actually receive my O positive blood donation. So for me, I want to be part of the solution rather than part of the problem. The bit in the middle is a challenge that both the stakeholders and the community have to come together and work together, despite the mistrust that's happened in the past.
Yeah, very pertinently put. Orin Lewis, I really thank you for your time this morning.